Hello kids, my name is Kritika. I am your computer digital mentor. Today we are going to learn about some very interesting chapter of a computer. So let's start with our third chapter, working of a computer. So students, before we start our chapter, let's have a quick look on some lesson objectives. Input, process, output cycle is IPO. Input and output devices, function of each devices. So students, first we have some warm-up questions. Look at the pictures given below. Label the boxes with I for input, P for processing, and O for output. First, making a dress. So students, here you can see a picture that is a process of making of dress. So you have to write I for input, P for processing, and O for output. Second, we have making a toast. Students, you have to do the same what we have done in our first question. A computer cannot make any decision on its own. We need to give it proper instructions to get our work done. So, our first topic is input, process, output, IPO cycle. Every machine that we use these days takes some material as input and gives the final product as output. After processing the raw material, the mode of operation is known as IPO cycle, input, process, output cycle. Let's study the following examples. Have you ever seen a blunt pencil inside a sharpener? What does the sharpener do to the blunt pencil? The sharpener sharpens the blunt pencil. So students, here you can see a picture of a mango as an input, a mixer as the process, and a juice as our final output. So, what is the process? First, we have mango. Then we mix it in a mixer. Then we have our final product, that is our output, juice. So students, look at some more examples of input, process, output cycle. So students, here you can see a picture of a rice as input, microwave oven as a process, and a hot rice as an output. So students, what is the process? First we have raw rice, then we cooked it in a microwave, that is our process, and then we have our final product as a hot rice. Here you can see a picture of dirty clothes with washing powder as our input, a washing machine as our process, then we have clean and dry clothes as our final product. So, what is the process? As you can see, first we have dirty clothes, then we washed it in a washing machine, then as a final product, we have clean and dry clothes. That is our output. So students, now let's know the fact. Charles Babbage is called the father of computer. So students, our next topic is computer follow the IPO cycle. IPO stands for input, output, and process. To get output, you need to give input first and then inputs need to be processed. IPO का फुल फॉर्म इनपुट, प्रोसेस और आउटपुट है. उसके बाद इनपुट को प्रोसेस करने के बाद हमें हमारा फाइनल प्रोडक्ट एज आउटपुट मिल जाएगा. फर्स्ट वी हैव इनपुट. इट इज सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन गिवन बाय द यूजर. प्रोसेस, वर्किंग ऑन इंस्ट्रक्शंस to get output is called process. Output, the final information we get is called output. So students, to understand the IPO cycle, here is a picture given to you. You have to go through it so that you can learn about the IPO cycle clearly. This is a computer performs calculation. Let us understand the working of a computer with an example. In the above examples, 5 and 2 is the data, plus that is add is the instruction which constitutes the input, addition is the process, and 7 is the output. Now we have input. The data and instruction that we enter into a computer are called input. We use a keyboard and mouse are the major input devices. Examples: keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, joysticks, etc. Now we have process. Processor works on data is called processing. This process is done in the CPU. So final we have output. The final output that we get after processing are called output. When the CPU finishes its processing on the data, output displays on the monitor. Example: monitor, printer, speaker are some major output devices. So students, now we have a class activity. Look at the following pictures. Write I for input device and O for output device. So students, here you can see some parts of computer. You have to write I for input device and O for output devices. So students, what we have learned in this chapter, let's have a quick look on some key points. A computer works on 3 basic steps, that is input, process and output. This set of instructions given by the user is called input. Working on a data is called processing. The final information we get from the computer is called output. Keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone and joysticks are some input devices. Monitor, printer, speaker are some output devices.